Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, John Cochran here. Got a contract right here onto the screen right now. This is a deal that we actually put under contract 2 days ago or something like that. Seller ended up just calling me up saying, hey, we have to bail. Now, this is a $50,000 wholesale deal that we just lost out on. Now, a lot of you guys that are watching this video right now, you're probably not going to agree with what I did. However, I will tell you why I did what I did. But let me go through the contract with you. This particular property is at 1466 Catalpa Drive. So I'm going to go to that onto another screen. I'll just throw it up on Zillow for everybody to see it. So 1466 Catalpa Drive. Can't even type it. I'm so pissed. Onto this. So this is a deal. Seller called up wanting to sell their property. Here's the house. Beautiful house right here. And nice house. It's got his estimate of 144. It would sell for right around 150, something like that. The rent is somewhere close to about $1,300 to $1,500 a month. I already had my buyer on this for about $110,000, okay? Now, here's the thing with this. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,000 square foot with an ARV of about 150, with the rents right around $1,500. Now, when you go through and you look at the actual contract on this home, I put it under contract for $57,000. Now, I'm totally in the right on this whole deal. $57,000, put $1,000 down in earnest money, which basically, the balance at closing is $56,000. Okay. Now, this is a standard contract. It's a very, very good contract that my great friend, attorney Jeff Watson, wrote. But we are paying cash for the property. This offer is further subject to the buyer obtaining satisfactory home inspection and or report and termite pest report within 120 business days. Now, the reason I wrote it that long was because this particular seller did not want to close it until May 2nd. Okay, so I put it under contract, and I gave myself a lot of time because there's actually a tenant in there that is good friends with the owner. See the connection right there? Good friends with the owner, and I didn't want anything to happen. So right before closing, I wanted to have the time to go through and do the inspection and stuff like that. So I gave myself 120 days on this. There's no realtor involved with this. The said properties to be sold and transferred free and clear of all title and all that stuff. In the event that the buyer does not perform on the said agreement, the seller shall retain all earnest money deposited on their sold, everything else. Standard. The closing shall occur on May 2nd, 2022 at this title company. Then it goes through into the other terms with the subject to the buyer's walkthrough inspection and approval within 3 days prior to the actual closing. Okay? Now, this is the line that saves you on everything. So if your guys' contract does not have this in this, you definitely need to do this. So I went through and it says this offer shall remain open until 12 o'clock p.m. On February 1st, 2022. So literally yesterday. Now, however, if you notice this, I signed that on the 30th of January. So when you do this into the contract side of things, right? When I signed this at 11 o'clock a.m. on January 30th, I was giving them until noon, 25 hours until the next day to accept that offer. I'm totally in the right. And I more than understand that. And a lot of people that are watching this say, well, John, what the hell are you doing with this? Let me explain. They go through and they emailed me this contract which I didn't want to do it that way, but they did it. They emailed me this contract yesterday, which was the 1st of February, right before noon. So let me go through and show you into my inbox exactly when they went there and emailed that in, just so that you guys can see that they did that right before the actual time, of this. Here's the actual one. He sent me that at 11:58 a.m., 2 minutes before, with the contract that you see right here. Guy just sends me a text, okay, a couple minutes ago. Well, actually, it was probably about a half hour ago. He just sends me a text. The text read, says, "John, please call me as soon as possible." I knew what he was doing. I knew exactly what he was doing. I called him up because I'm not going to hide from the situation or anything like that. And he says, "John, we have to bail. We're going to work something out with the tenant and everything else." So I said, "Terry, you can't." He says, "Well, there's nothing in the contract saying that I can't do this." And I said, that's because it's a contract. It's because, I gave you guys the out time. I gave you guys 25 hours to go out there and accept this contract. And I didn't hound you or anything like that. That was your bail time to get out of it. You signed it. You got it back to me within 2 minutes of the actual time. So then he claims that he's going to, he's getting his attorney involved and everything else. And I said, if you get your attorney involved with this, your attorney's going to flat out tell you that, Terry, you guys are in the wrong. You guys do have a legal binding contract with this, and that you cannot go out there and sign contracts, with people all day, every day, and then just go out there and say, "Hey, just kidding." And then I told him, I said, and he says, "Well, there's nothing in the contract saying, that, I've got like 30 days to get out of it." I said, "Yeah, because I wouldn't agree to that. Nobody would go out there and agree to sign an agreement and have 30 days to go out there and, just say, 'Hey, I was just kidding.'" Long story short, I told him, I said, "Dude, look," because he started getting defensive with me, this and that, and start throwing around his attorney, which I could give two shits about, because I know 100% that I'm in the right with this. And legally, they can do nothing to me. However, I told him that I'm not going to fight it. I told him that, it's over with. However, I did also tell him that I'm going to go out there and record my contract so that he can't sell it to anybody else during this time frame. Now, here's why I did what I did. Now, am I ecstatic? Am I happy that, because I already had this, going to another hedge fund buyer of ours who would gladly go out there and pay $110,000 for this home because they rent them out and all day, every day. The reason I did what I did was, number one, because I know at the end of the day that I didn't do anything wrong. The other side of it is that, do I really need to get into a fight with somebody, about this and force them to sell my home, or sell their home? The truth of it is, that's not what my company's about. My company is not about going out there and putting great properties under contract and forcing people to go out there and sell to me. That's not what my company is about. My company is all about going out there and creating win-win situations. My company is all about helping homeowners. My company is all about getting homeowners out of situations and everything else. This particular one, it just stings a little bit. But my company is not all about going out there and forcing people to go out there. And my reputation and everything that I've ever believed in and everything that I've built, everything up to this, is not about going out there and forcing people to go out there and sign on that dotted line if they truly don't want to do it. That's why I let them out of this. Now, am I happy about it? No. I'm pissed. I'm very pissed, because this is a $50,000 deal. I've already worked this deal, everything else. And again, some of you guys might not even agree with this, with it. But it's my belief that I'm not going to force anybody to do this if they don't want to do it. And I also know too that at the end of the day, when May 2nd rolled around, there's nothing saying that they had to go out there and sign it. Could I have came to them and said, well, you need to buy me out of the contract? Absolutely, 100%. But again, my company is not about putting properties under contract. My company is not about forcing people to sell me great assets and, stuff like that. Now, I'm 100% into the right. You're watching this video and you're like, damn, he's 100% in the right. He just proved absolutely everything to me. And you're damn right I did. But the truth of it is that my integrity and, it means more to me than absolutely anything. And I wasn't going to fight. Now, will I fight things? Are you sitting here looking at and be like, well, geez, John's a sissy? No. Not by any means. I will put my foot down when I feel necessary, that I will put my foot down and I will go hard on that. However, in this case, again, it's just my belief that, I'm not going to force anybody to sell their asset. I guess I just don't need the money that bad, with it. And I definitely don't need the stress and headache, with it. At the end of the day, I know that I could get money out of it, for this. But look, it's not worth my time to go out there and make all that happen. So I wanted to show you guys all of this because this is real life, real world examples. I would highly encourage all of you guys to have this line number 8 in there. And when you put properties under contract, the standard way to go out there and do it, which a lot of people are doing out there, is you sign the agreement, done deal. But there is, this is a very clean contract. But at the same time, we do have that in ours to where we give them, a lot of times, well, all the time, we give them time to go out there and say, hey, this is accepted. Then if it's after that time, there ain't nothing they can do about it. And you can see that they signed it, they emailed it to me 2 minutes right before this, but it is what it is. You win some, you lose some, and I've got a lot of other wins that we got in there. So I'm not looking for hate. I'm not looking to go out there and get advice. It is my belief. And I just wanted to show you guys, really this, that, you need to have this into all of your guys' contracts, on this, because it really, really will help you down the road. So guys, happy investing. Go out there and always do the right thing, because when you do the right thing, it will come back to you in so many different ways. Have a great day.